for the Ambessa if the Shy plays its cards right, and with the Varus, you're expecting these two to try to utilize that level 2 power spike coming on for this bot lane duo.
Varus is going to come in for Gala, and that Galio is trying to punish the double AP lanes. Like you called out, though, I like how early they're able to get to this dragon.
Yeah, it also just means, oh, wait a minute, here we go. He just hit level 6, we're going bot.
Yep, jumping on top of Gala. They're going to go right after him, section him off, and that is the proactivity we learn now. Dragon's down about 2,000 HP as we do see Mako fly on in, but sacrifices his entire health bar. Feather gets a big knockup. In comes the Hero's Entrance, hits onto 2. The taunt is massive from Rookie. Exactly the setup that JJ needs to blow right through 2. And the public execution from the Shy right on point. Flashes after 1xN, and just like that, ThunderTalk collapse under the might of Invictus Gaming.
That's the dragon. That's also so many summoner spells there from ThunderTalk. I need to watch that play again because we just saw them mis-execute.
Alongside their Rise and their Pantheon, that they can play towards side lanes and finding pick plays, because IG are just another breed right now in these straight-up team fights. Shy maybe looking for an angle in here. Hits the public execution right on top of Feather. Hero's Entrance going to come across and hit the double knockup on Xiao Hung Ren. Rookie gets the taunt he needs on top of Hoya's head, and JJ, with the rest of the pack, gets to run wild on the back end of this fight. Hoya has survived a long time, but it's again JJ flying in to finish off another kill, a triple kill over to the pack, over to JJ, looking to run down Xiao Hung Ren and Satam. JJ wants the big star, he wants the glory play, he's got the triple kill, and he's still hungry for more. Down goes a 4th, all 4 of those kills
now
to the
preparing to put themselves at soul point 18 minutes into this game, and look at where ThunderTalk are. They are in another tri-state, basically.
Yeah, I mean, Xiao Hung Ren is just now getting back into his jungle. There's lanes to respond to topside. Good to see, though, that JJ's investment of the early game, taking that dragon early, now proves dividends. He's another guy who, on IG, we've seen so many shakeups in form. Really nice to see this 6-0 Nefiri game as he takes over and looks to maybe bail out Rookie, who does get jumped on the bot side. But with Feather there to try and get the charm, gets the knockup, and it's once again Feather finding ways to get kills locked down for ThunderTalk. But what is always the response on the flip side of the map? It is Hoya getting bodied by the Shy with some help from Mako and a mid-tier 1 turret going down. Just when you think you found a nice pick, ThunderTalk, you end up costing a fortune on the flip side.
Okay. All things considered, I think this is not all that bad. Yes, the game is in incredibly dire straits. Hoya using that ultimate actually. Start this Otacon on spawn with the Herald slamming into that bottom tier 1. The teleport comes in from Hoya. There is no ultimate from Xiao Hung Ren. And everything is up and available for both of these teams.
Yep, there's chains of corruption. Feather, though, able to sneak out so nobody else gets binded. Otacon getting a lot of damage down. A lot has changed about Otacon, but the damage is still very real. As the Equalizer comes across, JJ's going to secure it as the Shy's flying in all by himself with Mako. Hero's Entrance going to land, and Satab is alone. He's cold and asking for help desperately on the top side of this fight. But ThunderTalk are finding ways to get the first pick down onto Rookie. But look at 1xN and Hoya's health bars. They can't step up towards Gala, who does have to burn his cleanse. The Shy? And the Shy finally finds a window, breaks open the door, and kicks down ThunderTalk. A triple kill with the snap of a finger. Satam desperately trying to kite back with this Rise, get the Root Prisms down, but no, it's not enough. Guess what it is? A Shy pentakill!
There we go! I told you, IG just straight up bring entertainment and
see how far he pushes his luck, being very, very ahead with all the gold he's got. But like you called out, by this point, it might just be at the point where IG can slap TT with their wallets and fight on any footing. And there's the Shy going in 1 versus 4, sets up a huge knockup, but does fall. Shutdown goes over to 1xN, so the Shy over-aggresses, but it's okay. JJ and the pack are here to try and clean things up with Rookie on the front side, swallowing up all of this damage, gets the taunt down onto 1xN, who falls, and now it's time for JJ to run free with the rest of Invictus Gaming. First pentakill to the Shy. This time it's an ace done by the rest of IG.
I was watching 1xN that entire fight. This guy is autoing out of his mind, and he is doing peanut damage right now. He is throwing popcorn kernels at Invictus Gaming for literally 0. Invictus, they win another team fight. It is just a snowball after snowball onto ThunderTalk Gaming. It'll be another turret falling. It'll be the...
It's impossible to ever contest IG at this point, and like you called out, the Mountain Soul makes it hard for them to try and lean into their pick potential on anyone that over-aggresses on side lanes. We see in the Pip that another kill was found onto Feather, who was just desperately trying to set a vision for this Baron. It's time for IG to just kind of go through the motions, Ulk. Baron, push to try and win, and game-sealing fight.
Yeah. Biggest thing that if you are a ThunderTalk fan, if there's any chance for them to be able to come back, Sitab has finished his Rod of Ages. He has his Seraphs, but he's getting caught out in a side lane.
Oh, the taunt ruins the Realm War. Perfectly timed from Rookie, who gets revenge for the 1v1 loss with that one.
All right, well, that was kind of that was my last bit of my copium for ThunderTalk.
What timing? What timing?
Yeah, imperfect. You know, that's just a legendary caster curse coming on through. So, Sitab loses his flash, his life, and now the Baron with the Mountain Soul. IG, this was an expected pick-me-up. This needed to be the kind of gust in their wins to bring them to a couple victories here.
Oh, sweet 1xn.
Jesus.
He pissed off the Pound, and they unleashed the dogs. JJ pops him with ease. This is just how far ahead IG are. These health bars crumble with a whisper of the name of IG. And now it's time to just start knocking down structures and go for a very quick win on 15.9 standards.
Oh, yeah.
Just 26 minutes into this game. They've got the Baron waves. They've got no one to really contest them. It's just Seitab and Xiaoheng Ren looking to hold the line that will crumble at the very might of IG once more. Perfect stuns come across from Mako and Rookie. Xiaoheng Ren and Feather just have to watch their base burn once more as IG, with a commanding sweep, take game one in under 27 minutes.
Oh my. Okay, at least IG can do that. I was Turner and suddenly show up. He's like, okay, look, Rookie, you gave me all your Galio ults last game. I'm coming on through to save you.
It's the shy. If you think he's gonna pick save Rookie,
JJ has not been the most creative. Oh, we're just doing this?
Oh, we're jumping in. 4-shot lined up. 1xn's gonna cleanse the ignite. Mako getting the autos down. Gala in flash range. If he wants to off this 4-shot, get the Q and the first blood, and he will. The root onto Feather under the turret. Mako's health bar is too dandy. Tail Dredgeline gonna land from Feather. As the fight starts to open up, here's the Unstoppable Onslaught. Does hit onto Mako. Lilting Lullaby only gonna sleep JJ, who immediately gets woken up. The bullet time. Mako flashes away from it. 1xn gets zero value out of it, but Between Worlds from Seitab finds the opening kill. The Shy and Rookie on the back end of this fight are very sectioned off and in danger. Feather's Dredgeline forces them to flash over as we go back towards the top side of this fight. JJ gets knocked out of his Ixtal impact by the slam down from Hoya. He gets one grub. The Shy's flying in 1 versus 3 in classic the Shy fashion. Finds the kill on Xiaoheng Ren, but him and JJ both fall. Feat of Warfare
I feel
secure.
really sad all the time because they just keep losing. All right, well, Stab's dead.
There we go. Nice flash taunt. Between Worlds. Going to create some space. Perfectly thrown rock, though, from JJ. Breaks the back of Seitab. Red buff. Gets it done.
All right, Rookie doesn't have flash anymore, but should be able to just shift on over. There is no one on this side of the map, so Rookie does have to play a little bit careful. Does still have his ultimate, but this is Dragon. First Dragon of the game actually going down at about 12 minutes here for IG. And see if they make this dive happen, though. Show what? Okay, actually, that was fine. That was actually fine. I'm okay with that.
Dancing shoes on. See ya. Dredgeline. Nighty-night, Rookie. Bop.
All right, Shen's going to be here to still catch.
Double the time it took him to take game 1 Dragon. I'm trying to distract you from the fact that Seitab's going to die to the same exact gank he died 2 minutes ago from.
This time, not in mid lane yet,
This
but
time.
Still Leandri's and trying to get some damage down into mid. We're also seeing that ThunderTalk playing a little far up and trying to take control of the river choke as well into blue side entrance. So good posturing from ThunderTalk so far.
Yeah, one of the checkpoints you were talking about for the ThunderTalk back stocks, one of the many, is getting those setups on neutrals that they want and then capitalizing on them. And now we'll see if they can try and punish any fight that breaks out. But once again, IG are a little bit late. And Feather, flashing after Rookie, finds such a great avenue to force the flash on Rookie himself. Don't think the curtain call is going to have enough bullets to punish Feather any further. So that's a support flash trade that you love to see for ThunderTalk. There's a Scion in your brush. Ooh, flashes to cancel the dash.
Oh, no!
Defy does not push away the Scion. The knockup lands, and the gold's going right where you want it. Xiaoheng Ren grabs it.
To winning a game. It's been a while since we've been able to see ThunderTalk actually pick up a game in a series, much less a entire series win between the two. And we've got the Otacon already half HP, and IG are nowhere in the area.
Trying to like make a play onto Hoya in the mid lane. That's the Scion. He's just going to laugh you off. The Shy. Okay, not going to get too big for our britches there. So, big XP buff. You get those Blossom explosions on the kills now. And IG have zero answer. Oh my god, Xiaoheng Ren right there, flashing in. Two-man lilting lullaby. Puts to sleep JJ and Mako, who do get to safety. Dredgeline's going to land, though, onto the Skarner, who will look for an Impale to hold up the tanks. Shy flies in with a Stand United ultimate, and now Xiaoheng Ren very, very low. The kill should be picked up by the Shy, but Saintab able to trade away Gala on the back end. The Shy, though, getting a ton of value out of the Shen, gets a two-man taunt, and where the hell has Hoya ended up? Under the mid-tier 1 turret. Gives the kill back to Rookie. The zombified corpse of Hoya will not fight any of these low health bar kills. And somehow, some way, IG come away battered and bruised, but on top.
But maybe.
We talked about has led the charge best for ThunderTalk in their wins. It's starting to really heat up on this Aurora as we're gauging up for a dragon fight with a curtain call coming down here from Gala. Hoya will happily gobble up all of these fourth shots. Like a hungry hippo. There's a little lullaby on Gala as well. And he just wakes up from his slumber. JJ going in, grunted by Feather, gets the impale onto Xiaoheng Ren, but the bullet time really finds its mark from 1xN. Both tanks go down, the Shy flies in, but he's gapped away by Xiaoheng Ren and 1xN. The Feathers flying high for ThunderTalk as Gala and Rookie try and back their way back towards their turret, the only ones to survive the onslaught.
Just look at how little damage IG, we thought that maybe with this Rel, with having Skarner and Shen, that the backline carries of Invictus Gaming would have enough to be able to actually work with enough damage to get in between and really lay down the groundworks for an IG win here in game number 2. But ThunderTalk, Satab is putting in work on it as backline. 1xN as well with this misfortune is doing a lot of work, and I think the front line of ThunderTalk is going with a lot of undue praise coming on through, or not necessarily recognized for their kind of ministrations in this one.
Oh, here we go.
What are we doing? This seems so overforced.
It's just work husband things, all right? That's the Shy repaying
Rookie.
You. Right there, yeah.
All right. I mean, also, I'm looking at Gala's build here. Yes, Hoya is not building very much armor, but we are never doing damage to the Scion. Just ever. Nor this Nautilus, to be fair.
Nope.
So it's all about that one shot. It's all about can IG actually find the pick onto one member, and we're seeing that ThunderTalk are just constantly outperforming them time and time again here in the second game. So being able to grab themselves a dragon, I think you're not too mad about that as IG or as ThunderTalk. Get themselves a turret. Invictus Gaming, they're going to make their way into the pit.
Okay, and they're really trying to force their way in. The Impale only lands on the Feather. There's the Lilting Lullaby. Down with the bullet time. JJ and Rookie are in a barn burner of hell. That Saintab flashes to secure the first kill with the Shy. Is all the way off in Narnia by himself and the rest of TT. They go right through the motions of their comp. 5-3 more kills. Baron is their prize, and game 2 really feels like the main get right now for ThunderTalk.
There we go, ThunderTalk. They are 6-20 so far. 6-21 following after last game. But finally having a series and maybe a game here where they feel in control. Game 1, some of their...
Excuse you, you mentioned their game score, 6-21. That means they haven't had a lot of practice, especially this roster, on running some of these, Baron pushes, trying to get as much value out of the purple banner. So, good test here as well with them in the lead. How do they look to push it further? What turrets can they grab? What gold can they get? How much value do these next 2 minutes grab for ThunderTalk?
Right. Well, 3 items completed here for Gala if he wants it, right? He already has the Infinity Edge.
Light had to have been spotted there as the Dredgeline's going to land on the JJ. Depth charge committed as well. No flash on this Skarner. And look at his health bar just disintegrate to the might of Saintab. Hoya throws himself into the wings. Rookie and Gala trying to kite back towards this river. But JJ is far too hurt for IG to try and press this issue, try and get the most damage out of their scaling threats in this Azir and Jhin. So TT just going to walk him down, walk him out of this jungle, as JJ has to take a reset and desperately try and run back down towards the pit. Mako gets hit with another dredge line. There is still no Lilting Lullaby. It comes up in 5 seconds for Xiaohong Ren, and they're going to start on that Soul Secure Drake.
No Shen ultimate, and JJ is on his way. He is currently at the wolf pit through 2-man sleep.
Yep, Gala and the Shy get put 9-9. Mako with a huge crash down. Magnet Storm comes with the back flip.
Aurora?
But it's not enough. Aurora eviscerates Gala. Rookie flies in, but it's just too late. Here's the fight ThunderTalk need. 21 losses. Be damned. They're going to clean Ace IG and send this series the distance.
Well, look, we're getting a repeat of what happened. Guess what? Week 2, ThunderTalk took IG to 3 games. Beichuan no longer part of the roster, but ThunderTalk looking to repeat history here. There we go. It is 12,000 gold, and Ocean Soul and ThunderTalk are able to finally pull the game over.
I can confidently say this was a crowd silencer, with all the IG fans completely stunned. Maybe one of the most complete wins here for ThunderTalk all season long. Hopefully we'll lift up their moods just a bit. Goes wrong. There's so many clear ways this goes wrong. Who would I love to be in the mind? Oh, who would I love to be in the comms on that pick? This Gyro's ringing once more, and we're not gonna have a lot of time to build up this matchup because looks like we're already gonna get crazy with a level 1. Rookie face checks into 3 members of TT, make it 4, and who grabs first blood?
Okay, so good job coming in, and we're not seeing those really early aggressive plays coming in from Gala Mako. They are just barely even in CS. You're playing against a composition where you
throws one into wall. Xiaohong Ren tries to follow and get the Shy hit with the ultimate. The stun comes across. True Shot Barrage, though. Gwen is immune to that damage, and Feather gets a Pop Blossom that falls completely flat.
Dilly gets like his Essence Reaver and the such. I mean, there's no such like you know that there's no
Glacial Prison
ultimate here. Yeah, who
JJ
cares? Just walk up.
JJ doesn't take much harassment for that. Remember, the Dragon was taken so early here by TT. They've got some waning health bars, but Satap's trying to cook going in on Mako. The bubble after death, though, from Mako holds Satap in place. Gala gets the kill, and Rookie's going to cut off the exits, going for Xiaohong Ren, who is way too low to try and be contesting near this Talia. Going to use Dragon as a body blocker. JJ does not have the Keeper's Verdict to throw anybody out. He's going to try and run in and just steals the Dragon with ease. Xiaohong Ren had no way to contest, and the Shy with Rookie gets the Feats of Warfare, and the needlework is flowing like an audacious river as the Shy tries to chase down more kills. You were looking for it. Gala now, maybe a bit more unleashed with that Essence Reaver available to him as TT looking for a play onto the Shy, but his immune gets around the Glacial Prison, even though the Gnar ultimate lands, steps around the CC from Nico as well. The Shy now going to pop the needlework, try and go back into the Pop Blossom, and just where we thought the Shy was looking for an outplay, he throws himself into 3, and the kill is found, but IG are going to look to capitalize on the back end of it. They're going to pick off the straggler, which is Hoya, who will happily sacrifice himself as the weakest member of TT.
I just wish he didn't go forward. He had literally the perfect scenario. He could just use his needlework, set up to take the wave. He takes a lot of the attention away from the rest of the map with ThunderTalk investing so many, and Rookie,
the same sin of his top laner committed. Too far up in the wave, not knowing where TTR.
Oh no!
Under the turret, it's all turning disastrous for IG. The Shy gonna have to run out from under the turret. As a big chunk comes across from Gala. But these mistakes are starting to compound for IG. They gotta slow their horses.
They are just kind of continuing their role. They have 3 grubs, so they'll at least take this top lane tier 1. And so there's a lot of gold now focused across the board. Hoya and 1xN focusing the mid-tier 1. They wanted to race for that to try to at least take one of the feats of strength.
Big ultimates committed just to try and kill off Rookie. He survives, and now it's allowing IG to take control of the river here. TT really have no avenue to fight. They're going to try and pick off the Shy on the top side, but they sacrifice their jungler. The Shy buys a lot of time, but makes it a trade. Big win here for IG, though, as the Dragon is theirs, and there's nothing TT can do about it.
I think that overforce onto Rookie may have just cost ThunderTalk the game. They get the second Dragon going over to IG. You still have the Herald with 3 grubs, and that was kind of your window to look for something. They don't find that pick. They don't even get, and you just gave over an Infernal Drake to IG, potentially giving them more.
Yeah, Xiaoheng Ren takes half his HP, and just like that, the Otacon play is shut down.
Okay, Hoya has ultimate. He's in Mega Gnar. This Rift Herald is just walking by. Satab, can he get into the back line?
Satab looking for a jump in angle, and he catches Rookie on the middle of his wall. He immediately has to hop off it. Xiaoheng Ren is sectioned off. There goes in Hoya. Gets the one-man stun. It's only on to JJ, though. And IG grab the Otacon, and they're playing through the Coling. Satab gets caught by JJ once again. Throwing him into the wall. Pop Blossom onto 2 from Feather. True Shot Barrage comes across Xiaoheng Ren. He wants Gala, but he's not gonna get him. IG blow up the fight. GT's damage falls just a bit too flat. They can't commit to any of these kills.
And that's going to be another turret falling. The fact that JJ was able to grab that Otacon, such close margins, but ThunderTalk, they fall at the very last moment. Even parts of that fight looking good. Feather finding so many people there. Satab teleported back in.
He's spotted.
This could be a ton of shutdowns going over.
He's immediately spotted. He walks through a control ward. Dashes in place, so he's a distort to go back. Blows JJ up. 1 down. The Shy looking for the slow from the Nami passive. Satab waiting on cooldowns, but he's walking right into Rookie's waiting arms. And no trickery from the LeBlanc can get Satab out of that spot. Only losing grasp on other parts around this dragon. Midwave is down. JJ already has won a 50-50 once against Xiaoheng Ren. The Shy jumping in first, though. He didn't see Satab. There's the Glacial Prison stuck in a lane. 1xN gets the dragon. Down goes the Gwen. So for the time being, TT find themselves in a 5v4. They don't have mid lane priority, and IG are not going to
this league where Rookie already has one. Rookie's laning phase has not been that great, and now on this signature, LeBlanc hopefully can try to bring home a win.
And here's Satab and Hoya, the solo lanes that we've looked for so much of through ThunderTalk's success, finding the kill onto the Shy, the Coling flashed away from by Hoya, but here comes Rookie with the Weaver's Wall, gets the seismic jump. Hoya is caught, so both top laners will valiantly trade their lives.
And that's a lot of time and investment there from IG. That's
not again.
Rookie.
Satab gets the double chain. Sees, though, the 3 members IG nearby, and they're now going to commit the chase onto LeBlanc, who doesn't have the dash up to get over the wall. And just like that, Satab's pick plays turned right back into his face.
I can't believe he's up, and ThunderTalk need to make the steal, the team fight of a lifetime.
There's Glacial Prison down for nothing. Xiaoheng Ren, can you get this 50-50 keeper's verdict? Is not going to hit him away from the pit. In he goes. He steals it. Xiaoheng Ren stalls more time for TT, giving 4 members a purple banner.
And they need to fight in 15 seconds. There is no time to stall, to catch your breath. There's an Infernal Soul spawning. IG say, look, we may have lost that one, but guess what? We know that we'll be in position for this next objective. Satab has respawned. The rest of ThunderTalk are coming. There is a wall coming out. Can they make it, though? Already half HP.
Can Xiaoheng Ren do it again? He can't get to the pit. That's a clutch bubble for Mako. Infernal Soul unleashes hell onto ThunderTalk. There's the Pop Blossom onto the Shy. Does get stunned up. Trades his life as the jungler for TT falls. But Gala flashes forward and just eviscerates 1xN's health bar. There is the Lucian shining true. A triple kill for Gala. And Satab and Feather have no way to rescue it.
Okay, but this Baron is going to stall for time here. They might lose their mid-tier 2. There's a very few minions here. I mean, even with the next mini wave that's coming on through, that'll still be Baroned up here by Feather.
But JJ!
Unless he dies.
He throws Feather into his own turn and says, sayonara. It's now only Satab left with Baron to try to hold the line. Xiaoheng Ren up in 15 seconds. But I think IG want this game and series overall. They're going to go for it all.
Infernal Soul, they've even got the grubs. Gala dashes forward.
Oh, there goes down Satab. It was a grind for IG to get here, but while the series was murky, a win's a win. TT fall in 3 to IG.